Alrighty, what is up my Fortnite friends? Johnny5 Alive here, and I'm here to show you guys the Fortnitemare Halloween update. This video is a little bit late because I actually wanted to play the event a bunch so I could get a kind of a good understanding to talk about today in this video. First of all, there's a quest line as you can see here. Fortnitemares, event page 1 out of 5. It's just like the actual quest in the game. This is really refreshing for people who are on Canny Valley or even Twine Peaks, because as you may know, after you beat the first 2 acts, the quest line kind of stops. You still get quests, but you don't get it in this traditional sense where you can see the progression and what you're going to do next and where you're going to go next. So this is actually really cool how they did this. So you beat through all these different quests, they give you events, and every time you beat one of these, you get some kind of pretty awesome reward, including candy. So you can progress all the way through. I'm only on the 2nd page. I've played for a little bit, a good solid day's worth. So there's actually a ton of content to play through here. It'll last you quite a while, and when you get to the end, you actually get to pick a legendary hero, as well as you get a legendary assault rifle. So very cool stuff. The quest line is a ton of fun. Now let's show you guys the map real quick. Once you've beaten a few of the quests, it opens up to kind of like a regular zone, and I'm assuming it's going to expand a little bit more as I progress and open it up. But these quests will pop up on the map, and they're just like in your average quest, but this zone has been rehauled. So like this is a custom zone. It's swamps, there's mansions to explore and loot, there's all sorts of really cool huts and new art assets. Everything's different from the trees to the rocks, and I'll show some gameplay footage of this at the end of the video. And then, yeah, you could go in here, and every quest that you beat, you get 50 candy. So far, I haven't seen them disappear. There might be a limit of 10 per day. I'm unsure of that at this moment. And then they have the special event here, which is called Trap the Storm, which is kind of like the retrieve the data. It's sort of like that. You kind of build around, there's like a little thing inside of a mansion, and you have to protect it, and you build around it, and waves of enemies come, and there's a little bit of story and dialogue involved in them, and they're actually quite fun and quite enjoyable. So having a ton of fun with just, you know, a new zone to play in and new assets to look at. So it's very refreshing in terms of farming regular style quests. And then you have your actual quests for the Fortnitemare. So if we go to my play here, you can see that I'm on disintegration and leaving less cages. So these will actually open up in my quest log. So you can see it here. Destroy 4 Gothic graves in successful Hexylvania missions. So all the maps have randomly generated stuff, and they pretty much have everything you need to progress your main story. So for example, my main quest, if I go to Canny Valley, I have to save survivors and do all that stuff. The one before this was to capture trolls. So I was able to do all these in the Hexylvania levels because they've randomly generated almost everything that you could need to beat a mission on these maps. So it's absolutely amazing. So for disintegration, I'm going to go into anything. I can go ride the lightning, I can do whatever, and then I'm going to just run around the map looking for Gothic graves to destroy. And then this one, I have to destroy 10 cages, and I can also save survivors to complete my main quest line. So you're getting lots of progression, and it's so refreshing again to have this event include all this stuff. So, and when I beat this, I'm going to get 250 candies and also 50 V-Bucks. And it's only going to take me a couple missions to do that, maybe even get it all done in one. And meanwhile, you're beating all these side quests. When you explore these certain areas that are randomly generated on the maps, all I need to do now is find the red end for the mansion hunters, and I get 500 candies. And then there's stuff like just killing pumpkin head zombies. The zombies have been reskinned too. There's zombies with pumpkin heads. The screamers are vampires, and they have red eyes, and they're all white. It's really cool. And, you know, just beating 30 missions, you'll get this special, very rare hero. You cannot find him in loot boxes. This is the only way to acquire him. So I still do not know the stats on him because you cannot look at him in the collection book. And then once you beat the loot drop quest, you get to pick a legendary hero. So more of these kind of show up and spring up as you're beating them and as you're progressing through the quest line. So far, guys, I have opened up... Oh, looks like we got a llama here. I was doing some stuff in my collection book. Let's... hopefully we get some candies from this. It doesn't matter. Now I'm losing my train of thought. Hurry up. Oh, look at that. We got candies. 350 candies. The llamas are only 500 candies now. Why this makes a difference? Well, in terms of doing the quests, you'll still earn them at the same rate as the survival event that we had, because they gave you 100 tickets per mission, and that means after 10 missions, you could buy a $1,000 llama. This is 50 candies per mission, so it's still going to take you 10 of them to get a llama. However, the quests are way more rewarding. As you can see here, 250, that is half of a llama. And when you go to the store and if you actually purchase some kind of llama in here, like an upgrade llama, they give you 100 candies. So normally in the past you would buy 10 llamas to get one event llama. Now you only have to buy 5. That's all great on the sales side of things. But in terms of earning, like when I logged into the Halloween event, they gave me 15 free llamas, which was, you know, 3 Halloween llamas and some other stuff. I've already opened up about 8 of these Halloween llamas, guys, and we're about to claim 10 more here. So they're cheaper, they're easier to acquire. You're going to be opening them up non-stop. And what are you getting from this? Well, let's take a look, and then we're going to crack some open. So if we go to our collection book here, you can see there's a whole bunch of new heroes. Now these are gender swapped heroes like they've done in the past, but for this one, we're looking at gender swapped heroes again, like they did for the Storm Zone. These were all gender swapped heroes. So let's talk about them real quick, and I'll show you guys what they are the gender swaps of. So let's start off with the soldiers. We have Marine Corps Ramirez. She is the gender swap character of the support specialist, which is this guy here, Hawk. So this character, if you don't know about the sports specialist, it kind of it excels at war cries, but when it does war cry, there's a skill in here that makes it so they don't lose durability on their weapons. So what people have done with this character, it's very niche. They play with rocket launchers. Whenever they war cry, they shoot their rocket launcher, and that means they're not losing durability on their rocket launcher. Rocket launcher has like 10 shots until it's out of durability, and then it's thrown out. So this is kind of like your infinite ammo rocket launcher hero. Whenever you pop your war cry, you bust out your rocket launcher, boom, 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 boom. As soon as war cry ends, you switch to another weapon. So it's kind of like the demo character, but it's also still good at shooting, and it has some perks in here that make it a pretty solid soldier, but it does focus on the war cry. So that's kind of why it's a support specialist, but it's kind of traversed its way into a demo character based off of this skill here. There are many like it. Your weapons take 0 durability damage by war cry, and I believe the war cry lasts for 15 seconds on this hero. So it's 15 seconds of infinite rocket launcher every minute. So pretty fun character overall, but very niche, and depends if you have good rocket launchers or not. Then we have Skull Trooper Jonesy. This one is the gender swap of the Urban Assault. So here's a look at the original Urban Assault here. She, in my opinion, is the best soldier in the game, simply because when you hit with headshots, you fire 25% faster, and then again, so 50% more faster fire rate. If you're firing 50% faster, you're doing 50% more damage. So you're getting those headshots, and what's so cool about this hero is you can, it's not dependent on assault rifles like most of the soldiers are. You can use any weapon you want. So if you want to fire faster with pistols, snipers, whatever you want, and then your support bonus slots, whatever you put in there. She's also her own best support because it's headshot multiplier. Slotting, you could slot in whatever you want. So I'm actually going to try out a build where it's going to be the Urban Assault Headhunter pistol character. And to note to that, guys, they've added in a new weapon type. Check this out. Getting 5 headshots in a row increases ranged weapon damage by 30%. That's this last one here. So this is amazing for Urban Assault heroes. Look at that, 30% more damage for getting 5 headshots in a row. So by using this pistol on an Urban Assault with a headshot slotted in, you're literally going to be doing insane amounts of headshot damage. Absolutely amazing new stat for weapon rolls. There are other new stat weapon rolls as well, so you're gonna have to keep an eye out for those. I don't really have a list of them all, but there's increased damage against snared characters, knockdown characters. There's new affliction damage things, bonuses to characters damaged with affliction, all sorts of different stuff in there. It's really cool. So Jonesy here is the gender swap of the Urban Assault. Very, very good soldier in my opinion. I absolutely love it. So whether you get him or the other one, you're gonna love it. Absolutely amazing soldier, much better than the Ramirez version, but I do like her skin quite a bit. And if you like rocket launchers, then that's a fun character. So both the soldiers are pretty good, definitely this one. All right, let's look at the ninjas now. So first one up is Sarah Hotep, and she is the gender swap of the dragon. So here's a quick look at the original dragon character. So Sarah Hotep, she focuses on Dragon Slash, Dragon Blade, Wings of the Dragon. Everything increases towards your Dragon Slash, and I believe she gets a Shadow Stance, yes. So you're going to do increased damage, and you know, you're going to have the Breath of the Dragon, which doubles the area of effect of your Dragon Slash. Everything in here focuses on Dragon Slash. It's pretty A-tier style ninja. The only downside to this character is the throwing stars get no upgrades, so they're just default crappy throwing stars. It's a bit of a waste. I would much rather personally have the kick, but that's okay. It's not really a big deal. You're going to be focusing on your smoke bomb and your Dragon Slash constantly anyways. It's a pretty good ninja, and the skin is pretty awesome. So moving on to Shuriken Master Lamurai. The skin is absolutely amazing. I love it. So this is the gender swap of Shuriken Master Sarah. So here's a look at her here. A lot of people like this hero. And now you can get the Pinata male version of her. So what's so good about Shuriken Master? Well, it says it in the name. It's the Shuriken Master. You upgrade your throwing stars. You can throw them faster, more often. You can throw more of them in the patterns, and they take less energy. And it just, everything here, corrosive stars, 2 stars, it just keeps stacking up. So you throw pattern 1, 3, 3, and then they eventually pierce, go through all targets, and they do insane amounts of headshot damage. So what a lot of people like to do, there's 2 play styles for this hero. You can do throwing stars plus guns and actually play a ranged ninja. So if you're someone like me who's stacked in ranged gun damage and you have 40% and you don't really have that melee damage bonus to be proficient at ninjas, this is a great hero for you. So if you technically spec towards playing a soldier, this is like the soldier version of a ninja, because you can actually just sit there with a long-range weapon and throw throwing stars like every 7 seconds or something, and you kind of stay out of melee range. Other people like to just go in there, use a sword, do damage, and throw throwing stars. So there's 2 playstyles here, but it definitely is the best character for a gun ninja. If that's how you want to play with guns, this is a great hero to kind of mix things up a bit. So really love this one. It's definitely the better of the 2 in my opinion. Moving on to the Outlander, we have Ranger Beetlejuice. She's got the Beetlejuice outfit. Absolutely amazing. Love the look of this one. And she is the gender swap of the Ranger. So for those of you not familiar, Deadeye Ranger, this is the male version, the first version of this hero card, and it's by far the best DPS Outlander in the game. He is what I main. I love this character. So yeah, why I love this character, if you see here, there are some skills. I mean, it gets Teddy instead of the Shock Tower, which is a bonus because the Shock Tower is not that great in my opinion. Increased chance to get critical hits with pistols, increased shields, so you're a little bit tanky. Make it count, increase critical hit damage by 70%. You get a shield every time you phase shift, which is amazing. Increase pistol damage by 24%, and has all the looting / collecting stuff that you would want, and your phase actually removes all debuffs. So that is pretty amazing too, and you get an extra phase charge. So you can blink around quite a bit and do a ton of damage, and you have survivability based off of increased shields and shield regen when you blink. And you can still run around and gather and help your team out. So you're going to be doing the most damage in the game, and you still can gather and do all the fun things like the loot llamas and scavenging that an Outlander should be able to do. But this is the one and only character in the game that really focuses on doing tons of damage with pistols, and that's honestly my favorite playstyle. I love the way the pistols play in this game. They're a ton of fun. So this is a really awesome hero, definitely my favorite of the updates so far. And lastly, moving on to the Constructors, these are probably my least favorite out of all of them, but we'll review them. So first up, we got Hazard the 13th, and he's Jason with the hockey mask and all of that. And he is the gender swap version of the controller. So here's a look at the original controller, which is Harper. There she is. So this guy, why I don't really like him is everything he focuses on is the decoy, which is actually pretty cool. Like, the decoy lasts longer, it pulls more enemies in, it has more health, it has a bigger range, it reflects more damage, all that stuff. So he's really good with the decoy. Like, everything in here focuses on the decoy. The downside of this hero is he gets Bull Rush instead of Pulse. The Pulse is usually the best combo. When you drop down your decoy, you throw down a Pulse, and it just pulls them in and kills them all. Well, his decoy does explode at the end. Decoy explodes when it is destroyed or expires, so it does some of that AoE damage. The Bull Rush just isn't a good combo because it pulls them all in, and then you try to Bull Rush, and you kind of push them away from the decoy. So I don't really feel like the Bull Rush is a good combo there. It would have much been better to get the Plasma Pulse. So that's kind of why I don't like the hero. It's a little bit of a mishmash, but he's okay, I guess, if that's your playstyle. And then moving on to Constructor Penny, she is the gender swap version of the Hot Fixer. So here's a quick look at the original Hot Fixer dude, Hot Fixer Hazard. So this character's focus is really about regenerating and recycling materials. So you set down your base and it takes damage and puts resources into the base, and you can go collect resources. Repair costs are decreased several times. So you can repair your base and get materials back. That's pretty much the focus of it. And why I don't really like that is because, well, if you're playing with friends and you know, most likely one of your friends plays an Outlander, they can go gather materials so quickly. Like, give them 5 minutes, they'll come back with 500 to 1,000 of every material type, especially with llamas and stuff. So regenerating the materials is not that necessary, especially when most missions give you time to get the materials required. So by the time you're actually doing the defense, you probably still have enough to do your repairs, and you probably don't need any additional materials. So I would much rather have power versus resource saves. It doesn't seem as fun going, oh, I saved a bunch of resources, yay. I'd much rather do something impactful to the team. So not the best here, but the outfit's kind of cute, so there you go. So my assessment of the new heroes, guys, is the soldiers are pretty kick-ass, especially the Jonesy, definitely good. The Outlander is a must-have. The ninjas are both pretty great. This is an A tier, and this is a really good one too, especially if you like to play ranged or either or. There's good options there for the ninjas. But definitely what you want to try and get out of this event, there is some choices between missions where they let you pick a purple or epic hero. Definitely go with the Jonesy or the Beetlejuice. These are definitely your must picks in this update. So those are my recommendations to you guys. Now everything is fun to collect and get, and I'd be happy getting any of these heroes. So there you go. And then lastly, guys, there are 2 new traps in the game, which are pretty amazing. I haven't gotten to try them out yet, but the falling trap, it drops tires on their heads and I guess stuns them. And then you got a floor trap, which I have played around with, and it's actually quite incredible. You got the freeze trap, and it turns them into ice and freezes them in place. It holds them in their spot, so it's amazing for those death traps, especially if you got wall darts shooting and everything. They're just stuck there and receiving massive amounts of damage. Guys, we still have new UI to look at. Look at these hero cards. Everything has been rehauled. The cards look amazing. They pop. They're prettier to look at, and same can be said with all the schematics. They have these nice little blueprints on the background, and this really helps you identify the difference between picking up a schematic versus a one-time use weapon, and they just look cleaner, easier to access. They fix the menu sorting when you're trying to put a squad together. Your survivor cards look better. It looks really nice. Everything has been redone. The defender cards. So really good job on the Epic team for, you know, redoing the UI, making it a little bit nicer to look at, and it makes opening the llamas pretty exciting because the cards are animated and stuff like that, and we're going to check that out in a second here. So rehauled UI, it's really nice. Even the survivor squads look way better. Check this out. I mean, they look great. We're going to open up some loot llamas, and that's going to wrap it up. Maybe I'll play some footage at the end here so you guys can see me trying out the new game mode, shooting some of the new zombies, see a little bit of the new zone. I'll play about a 5-minute clip or something of the new map, so you can check that out there. But for now, before we do that, let's open up some Fortnitemares llamas. We got a whole bunch to check out here, or open up, and you guys can see the new UI. 5,000 candy. Are you sure? Let's do it. Love the look of the llamas. Very Halloween colors. Black, orange, and lighter orange. See, now look at these cards. They have animations behind them. They just look nicer. I can tell the difference between survivors and just like EXP and schematics. So it all looks great. Now each one of these Halloween llamas usually always gives a purple and has a pretty high chance to proc legendary. So that's what's so great about these llamas only being 500 candies each. You can get a lot more of them in this event, and that means you're going to get a lot more legendaries, as you guys will see here. Opening up those regular upgrade llamas just usually is pretty lackluster in my opinion, but these ones always kind of give you something exciting. So it's pretty awesome, and we're definitely going to walk away with at least... Oh, look at that. Shuriken Llama. Yeah, we're going to walk out with at least 10 purples and a handful of legendaries. So, pretty nice. Oh, freeze trap. And yeah, that's one thing I forgot to mention, and I can go show you guys after. There's new zombie survivors. So instead of slotting in survivors, you're actually slotting in zombies. And they're pretty cool. If you collect them all, you get a nice little reward. So I'll definitely go show you guys that after. Oh, we got Hotep.
Oh, good. Loot.
Come on, legendary proc. Yeah! Couple survivors so far. Zombie survivors.
There's my loot.
I kind of like the idea of having zombie survivors. They're kind of like your little minions. It's pretty cool.
Hey.
Kind of like Michonne. Is that her name from Walking Dead? Always had 2 chained up Michonne. I think that was it. She had chained up zombies with her. Hazard the 13th or Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is the better pick, but I might already have her. I'm not sure.
Let's make this quick.
Like I said, I've already opened up 8 of these, and we're opening up 12 more. So this is day 2 since it's been released, and I've opened up 20 of these llamas. I mean, you earn them pretty darn quick, guys. So play as much as you can, and you'll definitely reap the rewards. Every 2-3 missions you do, you'll find yourself opening up another Halloween llama. I decided to stockpile for the sake of this video. These don't matter to me. Just so we can crack open a bunch. But yeah, essentially every couple videos or every couple missions you do, you'll get a llama. So not the best haul. We got some purples and oranges. Definitely lots of fodder for EXP. So not too bad. We can get 1 more or 2 more. Let's do it.
Oh,
Pow!
what up, Death?
Oh, there we go. Oh, this is actually a difficult choice for me. Oh, I don't like this choice at all. Oh boy. Let me weigh the pros and cons here. So, Skull Trooper Jonesy is Urban Assault, and I said that's like the best soldier in the game. I already have the legendary Urban Assault. However, she's a female. So, I can actually play as a dude by picking him. and use the female version as the bonus slot, and I'd have 2 legendary squad slot characters. However, I do not have Shuriken Sarah or Shuriken Master, so I just don't have that hero at all. And because I build so heavily towards guns, that is one ninja that would be better for my playstyle, because I can use guns and throwing stars. So I'm kind of leaning towards Shuriken Master Ramirez. Shuriken Master it is. There we go. I have so many legendary ninjas, it's ridiculous. Let's see the quest line now and let the regrets settle in. Now you guys can know. Alright, so the 3 choices you have are none of those. So you can get Hotep, Hazard the 13th, and Marine Corps Ramirez. And once you do beat the event, guys, you will get this special hero, and I don't know what the card is yet. We'll have to make another video on this character once we unlock him. So one thing I did want to show you guys before we open up this last llama, the people. Where is it? Yeah, there they are. So you can slot little heroes in or survivors, and every time you do that, you unlock a gift, and it's just another survivor of like a higher class. I actually like them adding in rewards for filling out the trees, and I hope they go back and do that for all the other collections, because that would be really generous and fun for making the collection book more fun. And then once you get all of them filled in here, we can almost get there, and then you get the epic version. I just need this legendary one, and then I get a pumpkin launcher. That is amazing. So there you go, the fun little survivors to add to your collection. And let's open up one more llama. I kind of already regret not picking the soldier, because I do play soldier a lot, but I do have that character. It's just the female version. So I like running around as Jonesy, though. It is nice. But you never know, maybe I'll get him. And there we go. We got tons of stuff to disenchant, and I got tons of EXP. Yeah, I mean, the event's only been out for 2 days, and I feel like I've gotten a lot of the new heroes. We got Beetlejuice, Hotep, Shuriken Ramirez, the legendary version. I got the epic version twice, so I'll just slot one of those in. But yeah, I chose the legendary because I didn't have a legendary version, whereas for the Urban Assault, I do have the legendary Urban Assault. So I think the choice was a good decision, and I already got the purple leveled up, so this one's pretty much ready to go. And I've also gotten the Ramirez. So yeah, I feel like I've gotten at least 4 of the new heroes. It's probably more if I hunt through it all, but not too bad. I mean, I've got more heroes in the last 2 days than I have over like several months of playing the game. I mean, or like a month of playing the game. So this is the event to play, guys. It's by far the best. It's the most engaging. Every time you go in to play another mission, you have objectives that you're trying to complete, plus miscellaneous objectives, plus you're doing your main quest. It all just goes together, and then you're also collecting candy the entire time. So that it feels like you're constantly progressing, and you're constantly collecting, and you're constantly opening up these llamas. So I'm gonna go play a couple more games and be able to open 2 more again, because I'm likely going to crack off 250 candies here, 500 here, and another 250 there, plus 50 for the mission. I mean, it's insane. Next couple hours of playing, I'm gonna open up a couple more llamas. So I highly recommend playing this update. It is the best update overall, and if the people from Epic are watching this video by any chance, this is the type of content that we like to see, and I feel like they were very generous on this one, and it makes it worthwhile to both spend money on the game, play the game, sink hours into it. I felt like the last update was a little lackluster, or the last event. So definitely keep going with this route, and seeing the new environment is like the best part of all. So I'll throw out some footage for you guys to watch now of just, 5 minutes of us running around in this new zone doing stuff, so you can check that out for yourself. And other than that, guys, that's all the content, and I absolutely love it. I definitely highly recommend you jump into Fortnite now. If you don't own the game yet, now is the time to get into it. Tons of fun. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye now.
I like these assets. This is like mushrooms and things.
Yeah.
Cute.
Either a brutal murderer or an accomplished businessman.
The
You might not
the
wanna
mobs
go
are
into the
scaled to our level,
Yeah, I saw that.
Carefully.
and I just killed a troll, so maybe he might get my quest done.
Maybe.
I was just gonna run by it, and I was like, wait, it's level 64? I was like, going back for it.
Again.
You serious?
I'm so lost. I don't know what's happening.
This mansion is amazing.
Mm-hmm. It's fancy and spoopy.
We need to run a full
Why is there
storm reading on the
scary
castle.
breathing?
I found the ideal locations to deploy a sensor array. Check your map.
Well, this person certainly seems to know what they're doing.
We have 5 minutes to build stuff.
Well, that sounds like fun. I gotta fix these bindings real quick.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
I can't do anything either.
Man, this freaking haunted mansion is so cool. I just want to run around in it. And loot all the things, of course.
Here they come.
Oh no!
Nope. Storm creeps.
Who is this? And what are they doing? I don't know. I'm so confused right now.
Sorry.
The zombies have pumpkins on their heads.
Wish I could.
We're taking damage, guys.
Yeah, I saw that in the trailer. I'm so lost right now. Holy shit. Start flinger down there or something? There's like so many ivy guys. I wonder how many, like, is this the only defend and then we're done? Or I wonder if there's some more.
I have no idea.
Want me to get that smasher, Commander?
I fucking like one-shot smashers.
Sorry.
Did you see what this guy said? Imagine the new heroes for the Christmas event. A ninja with staff damage.
Big purple
Be
situation.
Jesus Christ.
That's great.
Be kind of hilarious. I wish they would add staffs as a weapon. That'd be awesome. Oh, motherfucker. Just all the bomb guys. Are you over here one-shotting smashers?
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
it's about 2.
That's insane. And that's the one you currently have, right? Not that new one?
That's the dragon gun or whatever.
But I mean, it's the one with all the crit damage, like you haven't
Yeah.
leveled the other one. Man, I would probably keep it then. That seems pretty ridiculous. This is pretty insane.
First impression, that's a ton of fun.
Oh, nice. You can get the epic drop trap schematic from that, or the epic floor freeze.
Got hero EXP. I got my troll quest done.
Holy moly's, that's a lot of quests and stuff. Pumpkinhead.
It gets your main quest done. See, it says complete 30 Hexylvania missions in a 64 plus zone for the Bloodfinder AC.
See, for me it says 58 plus zone.
So it's probably
I guess
whatever
it's scaled
zone.
to your level.
Yeah.